How you guys doing? How you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's good. It's all good. Turn around here a little bit. Get situated. Let's get situated here. Hey, what's going on, Cortland Ryan? I see you. What's going on, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on, y'all? Motivational comedy. I see you. I see all y'all. Who that? Wilker Chills. Motivational comedy. What's going on? Happy Sunday. Cortland Ryan, I see you. How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. Doing good, feeling good. Warrior of love and light, the one and only. How you doing? It is all good. Everything's good, man. Good to see all of you guys. Well, if you guys don't know, which I say all the time, right, for all of you guys who are joining us for the first time, this is called Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Sunday and Wednesday at 9 o'clock p.m. And that is United States time zone. What's going on, Superstar 617? I see you, Sonia, a.k.a. Sonia. That is United States time zone, and that is Eastern time zone. So United States Eastern time zone, 9 o'clock p.m. Wednesdays and Sundays, Diversity Outspoken. You know what I'm saying? You Gucci, I'm Gucci, warrior, love and light one. I'm Gucci, you Gucci, I'm Gucci. You alright, I'm alright. You cool, I'm cool. We cool. So that's how we do this, called Diversity Outspoken. We speak about a diverse range of topics, and I am outspoken about those, right? Outspoken meaning that we don't hold any punches, but we always do it in the most respectful way possible. Being that's the case, you guys, make sure that you guys always check me out. And you can check me out in different ways. For everybody who's watching this on YouTube, Anti-Imperial YouTube. For everybody who's watching on YouTube, because this will be posted on YouTube, you guys can, if you do have Instagram, you guys can follow me at anti_imperial. So on Instagram, there's an underscore between the anti and imperial. There's a little underscore right here. And for all of you guys on Instagram, since this is Instagram Live, you guys can follow me on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe, because I usually put things out on YouTube first before I put them out on Instagram. So for YouTube, it's just Anti-Imperial, as you see here. YouTube, Anti-Imperial. It's just Anti-Imperial, all right? So that's how that goes. Motivational comedian Miss Woody. I see you. I appreciate you being here for the first time, and you are a missus. Yes, indeed. Always want to have the beautiful, lovely, strong, independent, and intelligent women here. What's going on? The one and only Cynthia Tran. How are you doing, sister? The one and only Cynthia. So, Diversity Outspoken, you guys. We speak about a diverse range of topics. We're very outspoken about those topics every Sunday, every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States time zone, Eastern time zone, United States time. All right? Even though I'm not in the United States, but I will be soon. Hopefully, right, Cynthia, we have some things planned coming up this upcoming week, so I need to make it over to the United States to shoot some videos with my one and only Cynthia. But until then, I always do everything United States time zone, United States time frame, usually Eastern United States time zone, so that you guys get used to that. I am a musician. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm a musical artist, you guys, but at the same time, you guys know me. I got on Instagram, man, maybe like, I'm not sure how many months ago, because I'm doing my first English album. I've been doing music for 12 years, you guys. I have 9 albums done, and you guys are like, man, I never heard of you. I live in the United States. I live in the U.S. I never heard of you. Exactly, because I'm an overseas artist, overseas for you guys, but to me, it is like home, right? So, I was born in the United States, but I have my music career, you guys, over in the Middle East and Asia. I have 5 Asian albums done all in Mandarin Chinese. I have 4 Arabic albums done all in Shiite and Sunni Arabic. And this is my first English album, so that's why I'm on United States social media now for this first English album. There you go. And that's what we do here. Now, every day I do the historical post, you guys. I try not to overwhelm you with the historical post, but if you guys ever want to know what happens on that particular day in history, make sure that you guys go look at my historical posts. I usually post those every day sometime between 12 in the afternoon, United States Eastern Time Zone, and like 2 in the afternoon, something like that. But you can go there just for like a little fun fact, see what happened on that exact day, but of course years going back, right? That's how that goes. The easiest way, what's going on, my beautiful jewel? The easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube, which I highly recommend. Like I said, a lot of times I'll put things on YouTube first before I upload them on Instagram. And the easiest way is that if you guys are on Instagram, which you guys are watching me now through Instagram, just go to my bio page. Go to my Instagram bio page. And if you guys all know, we all have an Instagram bio page. And on that Instagram bio page, they give you the option of having a something to click. What's the word I'm looking for? It has on my Instagram bio page, you get one thing to click, and that is, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, people. Help me out. What's that? A brain fart real quick. What's what I'm looking for? Your link. That's what it's called, right? So we all get that one link on our Instagram bio page. I have too many things in my mind. Look at that. So, there you go. Thank you very much, Miss Woody. I appreciate it. That link, and we all get that one link, and on that link that's on the Instagram bio page will always be my latest video. So if you go to the Instagram bio, my Instagram bio page, which is super easy, click the link, and as that latest video comes up to play, the subscribe button will be right there. You can just click the subscribe button, right? That's the easiest way. Instead of having to go to YouTube, type in Anti-Imperial and try to find me on YouTube. Just find a video with my face. You can do that if you want to, but the easier way for those of you guys watching on Instagram is to simply go to my Instagram bio page and click the link, and there, right then when the video starts to play, you can go ahead and click that. All right, go ahead and click the subscribe button. All right, for the past, 4 shows that we've done, right, beautiful Jewel, we were talking about economics and business organizations and the stock market, man. We did 4 shows, 4 nights of that, and they were all like an hour each, man. You guys, if you guys go back and watch those when I upload them on YouTube, you guys will have all you need to know about your first moves as far as getting into the stock market, right, and everything you need to know about starting your own company. You guys will know that, right? So that will always be there. I'm glad we did that together and we got that out of the way, right? So that was 4 shows. So I told you this time, I promise you tonight, I'm not going to do anything super serious, right? You guys stuck with me for 4 serious shows. It was like, it was like fact after fact after fact after fact, right? It was like going to school for 4 nights. But it was, I didn't get paid. You guys got to do it for free. So hey, it is what it is, right? We all had fun. We all joined up. But I appreciate you guys bearing with my voice, bearing with my presence. You guys were like, oh my God, this guy talks for like 4 straight nights, 4 straight episodes about economics and business organizations and the stock market. How much could this guy have in this crazy little head of his, right? Or big head, however much you want to do it, right? But it was good, man. Those were good episodes. So as promised, what's going on, Scott? I see you. As promised, tonight, nothing really serious. We're going to go in. I'm not going to keep you that long, right? What's going on, Lyles? And let's just get to it, man. ODogg, Anti-Imperial, ThaChill. That's my artist name, ODogg, Anti-Imperial, ThaChill. 3 names. I got 3 different personalities, right? ODogg's like the sexual guy, right? Anti-Imperial's like more of he's the center because he's more of who I truly am, and he's more about history and politics and social issues and things like that, right? Rising up and righteousness and things like that. That's Anti-Imperial. And ThaChill, Anti-Imperial. And ThaChill is more about, he's a romantic guy. He's more about falling in love and things like that, romantic walks on the beach and stuff like that. ODogg, Anti-Imperial, and ThaChill. Man, so I'm not going to get into too much messy drama and stuff like that. You guys have an abundance of social media sites, social media posts, and social media things that, kind of like hit on all of the, I see you, Roldan, that hit on all of the different things, So I'll get to that 1 second, Lyles. So So I'm not going to really hit on that too much, right? Because, I want to go into the weeds with the gossip. I know y'all like gossip, though. I know y'all like gossip, but I'm not going to really hit on gossip too much. But I do have a couple things I do want to go over, just ask you guys a question about just things that are kind of on my mind or whatever. And Lyles, just to let you know, Lyles, that I was born in Miami. And I've been over this a few times. You guys know who've been on this show, right? Who've been on Diversity Outspoken. I was born in Miami, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, right? Because I've been through it so many times. You guys were going through I was born in Miami, but when I went to college, I went to the University of Miami, and then after I went to the University of Miami, I went overseas to get my other college degrees. Okay, so since about like 19, 20, I jumped overseas, and to get my master's degree. So I did undergrad at University of Miami, right, in liberal arts. I did my first master's degree is in World History and Geographical Studies, so World History and Geography. That was from the University of Cairo in Egypt. Okay, my second master's degree is in International Political Science and Economic Development, and that was from the University of Damascus in Syria. Okay, and then my PhD I got from over there, and that is in international relations. What's going on? I4UBC. No, it's an L, right? Isn't it L for UBC? Miss Misty, 2018. I see you too. See all of you guys. So that's how it was, okay? And I'm still overseas primarily. Like I said, right before you came on, Lyles, I'm over here doing my first, or right when you came on, I think I'm over here doing my first English album. All right. Man, I was looking and, hey, Lima. I was looking and what I saw was, and I'm not getting too far into this, but you guys are really messy over there in the U.S. Like, you guys are wild. I saw a whole thing about, there we go. Trying to read all the words. Oh, I appreciate it, Warrior of Love and Light. I'm just trying to be intelligent like you, sister. You know what I mean? I take my cues from you, sister. It's all good. Oh, another thing, you guys. I said this last time because, man, whenever we're on, and we'll be on, and then, like, I'll see, like, to say, like, 4 people on, 5 people on, whatever it is. And then after we get off, it'll pop up, like, 60 people or, something like that. And I'll be like, oh, Mexico, what's going on, sister? How you doing? I actually have, you know what? I actually have a little place in Playa del Carmen. I got a little place over there in Playa del Carmen. I love Playa del Carmen. All right, that's what's up. And Lyles, he says, that's good, man. You're a Florida boy. The water over there is beautiful. Florida is beautiful, but it's not as beautiful as, like, Mexico, right? When you get down further and go to, like, the Caribbean and stuff, like, you see a lot more beautiful stuff there, Robbie Joe, what's going on, my brother? I see Robbie Joe done joined us. Always good to see the dog, Robbie Joe. It's all good. Man, like I was saying, man, you guys, and keeping it light tonight, we're going to get into it soon, but you guys are really messy over there. I was watching, like, some stuff came across my timeline about, like, all this stuff and loving hip hop and stuff. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then Meg the Stallion and Nicki Minaj with the Hot Girl Summer song just came out. And I was like, oh, look at that. You know what I mean? I was like, but isn't the summer almost over? I was like, I need to talk to, maybe I've been in the music industry for too long. And luckily for me, I've been blessed enough to have, like a lot of success, over here overseas. I've been lucky like that. I've been blessed like that. And I'm like, man, like I need to talk to, Meg the Stallion's team, like her and Nicki Minaj and them putting out a Hot Girl Summer song. Like, I'm like, it's August. I'm like, the school about to start. Ain't school about to start? I'm like, man, should have did that a long time ago. They should have did that back in June or May. I mean, I gotta talk to their team, man, get them on point, right? They missing. She lost a lot of money by not putting that out earlier, right? But you guys are messy over there in the U.S. That's our whole thing about Cardi B and she's beefing with some girl called Doja Cat and for a whole bunch of stuff, man. Y'all are wild over there, you guys. Wow. I was like, I gotta stay away from the U.S. Y'all getting too many problems over there. Oh, you know what I did see today? I saw that and this came across my news reel. I saw that the gymnast, what was her name? Simone Biles or something like that. She did like some gym move. You guys know what I'm talking about? She was the one in the Olympics for the United States, like back in in the last Summer Olympics. Almost 4 years ago now, because I think 2020 is the next one, right? 2020. Where is it? Is it London or Paris? 2020, the next year's Olympics. I believe it's Paris 2020, right? And the last one was I guess 2016. I guess she was a little short African American girl, little short one African American girl. She did like some type of gymnastics move today, and it was like the first time it was ever done in history. She did like 2 flips and 2 something else at the same time, and it's never been done in history. So I'm not a gymnast, so I don't know the exact technical terms. It was a dismount with 2 flips and something else. But man, shout out to her, man. Like my daughter Ametista, she does a lot with gymnastics, and she's really, really good also. So I kind of know about it, but I don't know all the technical terms. There was 2 flips and 2 spins or something like that. But she did something today apparently that has never been done in gymnastics history. So however she is, man, she's a little strong, little young lady, and man, shout out to her and shout out to everybody who likes to break history. And I guess since she did that, the first time she ever did that move in gymnastics history, maybe a few years from now, if Instagram is still up, I'll be doing my historical post, and maybe she'll be my historical post for today, but like 2022, right? Like what is it? August 11th, right? 2022. Maybe she'll be my historical post for then, right? For August 11th, 2022. Never know. But that's what's up. It's all good. I was going on. I was looking at this thing. It was a Consumer Report, and it was talking about like what you should buy from different grocery stores. And it was like how different people buy different things from different grocery stores. And I was like, you know what? That is exactly me. I know that in the U.S., I know that you guys have. 'Cause I know in Florida they have them. You guys have those. What was it? Aldi? Is it Aldi or Aldi? Aldi stores, and they're super cheap, right? I think because I know about it. 'Cause it's a German store, right? It's a German store that came over there called Aldi, and it's super cheap. But you know what? Even though Aldi's is super cheap, you guys, there are certain things, because in Florida we have Aldi's, but we also have another store called Publix, which is another grocery store, Publix. I think it's a southeastern store. So if you don't live in the southeastern part of the United States, I don't know if you have Publix or whatever. V3, confusing V3. What's going on? It's all good. I see you 148, 530, 553, Mirza. 148, 553. But man, I'm like that because there's certain things, man, because you'll have some grocery stores that are a lot cheaper, and you can buy things a lot cheaper, I see you, Gigi, and things like that. But the thing about it is that there'll be certain things that are just not good from the cheaper store. So man, let me tell you something, because I've said it before. For you guys who know me, my favorite food. My favorite food is what? Yes, that's right, fruit. My favorite food is fruit. Okay, my favorite food is fruit. So being that's the case, man, I can't buy my fruit if it's not fresh and refreshing and tasteful and juicy. So a lot of times at places where like a lot of stuff is a lot cheaper, the fruit there is just tasteless. Like it's there, it looks good, but it's just bland. There's no taste to it. And like I told you, fruit is my favorite food. Fruit to me is kind of like how the cliche they have with chocolate, with a female, like females love chocolate type of thing. Like fruit is like that plus 100 for me. If I could only eat fruit for the rest of my life, I definitely would. Right? I definitely would only eat fruit. I saw this other thing that came across my my news today, and it was talking about how there were like cable cars and things like that in Canada that people, like, the cable cars that go across up in the air and stuff like that. And I see you, curvy NY Miami, curvy NY mommy, what's going on? I see you, Dylan. It's all good. Curvy NY mommy and Dylan, Mr. Vegas. But those cars, those cable cars that go in the sky, there have been people, I guess in Canada, people were sabotaging the line, and they cut the line, and some of the cable cars fell from the sky or something like that. Man, that's crazy. And I don't know who out there is afraid of heights. What's weird is that I've skydove before, right? I've been skydiving before. I've skydove before a couple of times, and I'm good with that. I have no problem with skydiving and things like that. I'm good with that. But to be locked in a little box in the sky, I don't know. There's something about being locked inside the box in the sky. I guess if I'm gonna die from falling from the sky, I'd rather die flying free as a bird, flying out free as a bird, right? And not locked into this little space, right? Where when I fall down, I'm gonna die that way. It is what it is. It's all good, man. I saw, because you guys know we did the whole thing about the stock market and things like that, right? I see you, Humberto Marquez 009. I see you, and so keep in mind, for you guys who are with the finances and things like that, and you guys were interested in the stock market stuff that we did, keep in mind that Uber has put a freeze on the hiring of tech staff. They put a freeze. They've stopped hiring for their tech staff right now. They said it's temporary, but they stopped hiring. What that should tell you is that there might be problems with Uber as a stock, you guys. So they're losing money. It says they lost a lot of money in the past 3 months. The past quarter, they lost a lot of money, and it was something like $5 billion, I believe, in the past 3 months. Now, when you're worth so many billions, it's not huge, but it's a significant amount, you guys. We're talking about, I think we're talking about they lost 14% of their adjusted outcome, which is huge. That's really, really big. So if you were going to go out and buy stock, and you were going to buy stock in Uber, hold off a second. You know why? Because if they put a freeze on hiring and they're not doing that good, that stock might be coming down a little bit. You can get it for a cheaper price, and then when they undo that freeze, when they start to heat that hiring process back up and not have it frozen anymore, that stock might go up. So if you can catch it when they get the freeze time, so just hold off. If you were going to buy stock in Uber, hold off for a little bit. You might be able to catch it at a lower price. Buy that stock in Uber, and then when everything starts to warm back up and that stock starts to come up, you'll be making some money. Keep that in mind, right? But they put a hiring freeze on their technical staff, which is interesting, right? Interesting. I see you, Terry. Man, I was watching this thing also. It was financial also, and it was talking about how Dollar General over there in the United States, Dollar General, which I guess is a dollar store, right? Dollar General. I've seen them before. I think they have it's the red sign or something like that. I've never been in there. Have nothing against dollar stores. I've just personally never been in there. But it says that they have a makeup line coming out, and they're saying that the makeup line is almost as good as Sephora's makeup line. And Warrior of Love and Light says she went to a stock seminar. She wants to try it out soon. Warrior, all you have to do when I upload it, man, you should have been on my live, man. The past four live nights, the past four, which is 2 weeks, right? I do it Sunday and Wednesday. So Sunday and Wednesday. So for the past 2 weeks, it was all about the stock market and organizations, business, and economics. All it was about. So when I upload it on YouTube, if you watch that, you'll know all you need to know about buying stocks, right? It's all good. Good to see you. Good to see you, Terry, man. Ileana, what's going on, sister? How you doing? 5036. Ileana, 5036. I see you, sister. But isn't that interesting? It's crazy, like the whole thing with that I just told you guys about Dollar General. It says it's coming out with a private makeup line, and they didn't say it, but people, I guess the experts, the experts said that the quality of their makeup was almost just as good as Sephora's makeup line, which is crazy. That's interesting, but it's crazy. But you know what that is? That also goes to show kind of like the whole thing with branding and name brand. It's all good, Warrior. I know you've been doing your thing, sister. You know you always welcome here. You always get a home here, sister. But branding is such a big thing. It's kind of like when you talk about tennis shoes, right? So tennis shoes that are made usually in China, right, where I've lived for a long time. And tennis shoes that are made in China, all tennis shoes are pretty much made exactly the same. They use rubber, they use, bits of plastic here and there and things like that, right? They use the same shoestrings and stuff like that. Just make them different colors. Whoop-de-doo, they just dye them different colors and dye. That's all it is. Or use different color rubber or different color material. That's all it is. But they're made exactly the same. But you can slap a Nike sign, right, on one and be like, that's $150 or $180, right? Or $220, right? When you get into them LeBrons and Jordans, right? 180, 150, 180, 225, right? Some are 250, right? But shoes are shoes. If you think about it, shoes are shoes. They're all made from shoe material. And not only that, the purpose of shoes are to what? To walk. The reason why shoes were created, so that people can walk and not have their feet get scratched up. It's to protect your feet from the elements. That is the entire purpose of shoes. That is the only reason why shoes exist. So whether you have, what's going on, Edwin? So whether you have a shoe that is $250 or a shoe that is $50 or $60, they're both going to protect your feet. If you have a shoe that is $10, it is there to protect your feet from the elements. It's there to protect your feet from the elements. That is it. So all shoes are made the same. So that whole branding thing, man, branding really makes you spend a lot more money than things are worth. Right? Branding makes you spend a lot more money than what things are worth, right? That's what branding does for you. Branding does too. You make you spend a lot more money than what things were worth. It is what it is, you guys, right? What are you going to do? We live in this, this materialistic world of brands and just people trying to, impress one another, This is a little side note too for you women out there. I'm kind of jealous of you women out there because you guys have it good with your shoes pretty much. Because man, I've been, and I'm not saying that you guys don't you guys don't have to buy expensive shoes. Of course you can if you want to. But let me tell you something. Us guys, we could care less about what brand name your shoe is and this and that. Like if you have on high heels, all we know is you have on high heels with a pretty dress and you look good. But I've been in female stores and female clothes are much cheaper than men clothes. I think it's just because a lot of times female clothes come a lot smaller. You know what I mean? Like for us to get a t-shirt, it's a lot bigger. For you guys, when you guys get a t-shirt, your t-shirt's a lot smaller. So maybe it's just like it takes a lot less material to create. And you guys wear tank tops and you guys wear little things like that also. But you guys, I be going to like stores and stuff like that. And I see the female section and y'all might have the little tank tops and things like that. And it'll be like 2 for $5 or 3 for $5. I'd be like, what? Or even $5. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, man, let us go into a store in a mall or something like that and try to buy a shirt. You talking about, man, we starting off at like $30, $40, $50. I'm like, man. And for women's shoes, guys don't know the difference because we don't know women's shoe products like that. Like we don't know the women's shoe, the names of the women. We could care less. Y'all could buy some cheap shoes. As long as they're high heels, that's all we know. She had pretty high heels on and she had her toes, you can wear one if you want. A warrior said I can go wear some high heels if I want. That's true. I could buy women's shoes if I want. They could probably have them in my size, right? That's true. What am I complaining about, right, warrior? You're absolutely right. I could buy high heels if I want. But damn it, I'm complaining tonight or today. It's all good. But man, if we wear messed up shoes, imagine if we wear some messed up shoes. Not only are the men going to look at us and be like, what the hell type of shoes are those? What are those? Right? What are those? What the hell type of shoes are those? Right? What the hell are you wearing? Right? But also, women, it might not be them themselves, but if it's not them, their friends. Like when you go out on like a first date or something like that, her friends are going to be like, later on they're going to be like, what the hell was he wearing? What kind of shoes did he have on? What the hell were those, right? What are those, right? So we can't get away with something like that, man. We got to have some, something with a Nike check or something with Adidas stripes, 3 Adidas stripes or something like that, so that y'all don't make fun of us and we can actually get like a second date, you know what I mean? So it's all good. Man, so Terry says, what's my review on Big Baller Brand? Well, Terry, let me ask you this though, Terry. What's up, Michael? How you doing? My brother Flores. Terry, did you get Big Baller Brand? Cause I can't review them because I never wore them or even picked them up. Well, and so Terry, have you ever tried Big Baller Brand? I'm just curious if you tried it, and if you and is Big Baller Brand even available in like malls? Is it available in any stores, or is it just like you have to order it from them, LeVar Ball and all those guys straight up? Cause I don't think I ever saw Big Baller Brand. I mean, I don't do a lot of sneaker shopping. But I don't know if I ever saw Big Baller Brand in like what you guys have over there, like Champs or like Foot Locker. I don't think I ever saw Big Baller Brand over there. And I don't know. I remember it was super expensive when it came out, and it was all that lore. The father was talking. He was always talking and stuff like that. He was entertaining if nothing else. But now it's kind of died down. As a matter of fact, until you brought it up, Terry, man, I haven't even thought about Big Baller Brand, to tell you the truth. But man, I'll try to find them and I'll try them one day. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how they are. But only if they're cheaper than what they used to be. Because I know he was charging an arm and a leg when he first came out with those Big Baller Brands, right? He was charging a lot of money with that. But man, the last thing I just want to get into, you guys, before we end it tonight. I told you I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but I do want to get into this very quickly, right? We have a little bit more time. I want to get in this very quickly. I was going through and I was just thinking, so, y'all know I'm crazy, right? I'm OCD, I'm ADHD, right? And I'm just ODogg, Anti-Imperial, ThaChill. Y'all know I'm a nerd, right? I'm a dork, right? And so I'm always thinking about different things. I was thinking about, because I was reading this article. I don't know where I saw this article at. It was a while ago. And it was talking about how over 76, which is a lot. It's talking about how 76, that's a lot. 76% of people that break up get back with their exes all the time, right? 70% of people break up with their exes, always get back with an ex. And it was saying why. Why did they get back with an ex? And I was like, man, you know what? I was like, that's a good question. Because there's this whole idea of believe people when they show you who they are, right? So when who people are and what they are, believe them when they show you. So a lot of times when you break up with your ex, it's for reasons that you should believe and remember. You broke up with them because of how they were towards you, which was probably not good, right? And for some reason, even though we see those, like we see that, and we see the signs, and a lot of times we see those signs kind of early sometimes, but we'll still keep going back, and keep going back, and keep going back, and keep going back, right? And keep going back, and keep going back. And then after years and years and years pass, we'll finally break up with them. And then we finally break up with them. Then it's like, man, we wasted like an extra 6 years or something like that. So, and Warrior, she said, I guess it's because you're already familiar and comfortable with them. But if it ain't going to work out the first time, the second time, it ain't going to work out at all. Exactly. And I was looking at that, so I was like, why are reasons why we get back? And one of the reasons why I came up with was exactly what you said, the comfortability aspect. And I think that the comfortability aspect is by far the most important thing as far as why it happens. I think it's the most out in the open thing, because I think that kind of falls in line with the whole thing with how we do everything in our life for comfortability. Okay? We might be in a job, to put it in another term. We might be in a job. What's going on, MJ? And in this job, we don't want to leave this job, even though we know that we could probably find a better job. But after a while, you get settled in, and you become real comfortable in that settling in, and you don't leave. You don't leave it, you know, and you might know that, man, you know, I can get a better job. I have more experience now. Maybe when you first started the job, you didn't have your degree, and throughout these years of working a job, you were going to night school or something like that, and you have your degree or your diploma or something like that, and you know you could find a better job, and you know that this job doesn't treat you the best, but there's that level of comfortability that I think as human beings we just never want to leave, right? So I think that goes with everything, right? I think that it's like I don't know, to get back to the cliche of the how women like chocolate or whatever. I think that, you know, getting back with that ex a lot of times is kind of tempting, like chocolate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I shouldn't do it, but let me just try it this once, right? You know, when you're supposed to eat something that you're not supposed to eat, when you're eating something that you're not supposed to eat, if you're on a diet or something like that, and you're like, I really shouldn't be buying this right now. When you're in a grocery store and there's like a beautiful cake right there, a slice of cake, and you're like, oh my gosh, I really shouldn't be doing this, but let's go ahead and do it one more time, right? So it's kind of like that. I think in a way it's a tempting thing, but comfortability, I think, is the number one thing that is hard for people to break out of in any aspect of life. And like Warrior said, she said, don't do it. She said, stay away. Don't do it. You gotta stay away. Stay away. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? So, True 5078, I see you. It's all good. So, man, so that's kind of how I think that is. A lot of times I think that a reason why you don't leave your exes or you don't break up with your exes is because, not you don't break up. You either don't break up or you come back to your exes, I should say. Just sitting here doing this show, True. But if you don't break up, you come back to your exes. I think it's because you don't want to waste your time. I think that as we get older, when we get into like our 30s, like where I am now, right, and your 40s, even your upper 20s, I think when you start to hit like 30, right? I know when I hit 30, right? I'm 36 now, but when you start to hit like, you know, your 30s, right? And you get to your 40s, right? And stuff like that, and like your 50s and stuff. I think it gets to a point to where you don't want to waste time. Because if you start to break down the whole thing, slap yourself, you're all good, Warrior. And when you start to break down the whole thing about, okay, I'm breaking up with this person, but now that I'm breaking up with this person, I have not only time invested in this, right? I have time invested in this. I have, MJ, you're beautiful. You're more beautiful than me, sister. So it doesn't even matter what age you are. It's all good. I have time invested in this. You guys might have children, right? Let's say if you have children, you might have children invested in that, right? And that comfortability level. So think about it like this. If you think about it like this, you might think about it to whereas you don't want to not only go and break up with them because it might affect you financially, and it might affect your children, and it might affect your lifestyle, and it might affect your daily pattern, right? It might also affect your daily pattern, okay? So what's going on, Sonia? I see you. Or Sonia. So it might affect your daily pattern. So man, when you have that, it's a scary element breaking up with somebody you've been with for a long time, because you live in this house, right? You live in this house. You have the kids. And if you guys break up, if you guys divorce, that house you may be living, the house that you're living in, it might be supported by two incomes, right? That's two incomes. So now if you break up with this person, you're not only going to have one income coming into the house, right? If you guys split up, there's only one income. And even if you get the house, which the person might be fighting for the house, but even if you get the house, you may not be able to afford the house yourself. So you're talking about moving out of a community possibly that you've been living in for a long time. You're talking about taking your children out of the house that they're used to and they've been living in, taking your children out of the neighborhood where they have all of their friends, possibly out of the school where they're used to and their friends go to, taking your children to a new school, and that right there will cause anxiety for your children, right? Because the new school, they don't know if people are going to be bullying them. They don't know if they're going to get along with the people and things like that, right? You also have the element of the change to where you might go from a big, beautiful house to now you can't afford that big, beautiful house by yourself anymore because two incomes were keeping that big, beautiful house. So now you, and let's say you have your children, you and your children are moving into a much smaller space in a neighborhood not as nice, in a house that's not as nice, right? So you have that element up there, okay? You have that element. You also have the element of when you break up with somebody, man, you have to go through finding somebody new, right? Having the phone conversations, going out on a date, right? Finding out everything about this person. And check this out. When you first meet somebody, I'm telling you, and people say 9, you know how people be like 9 times out of 10, but no, I'm talking about really like 9 times out of 10, if not 9.75 times out of 10, leaving only 0.25 times difference, right? 9.75 times out of 10. I can guarantee you 100% of the time of that 9.75 time out of 10. 100% of those 9.75 people, they are lying to you, you guys. They are lying to you. And MJ says, yep, it's scary, but worth your happiness. That's right, MJ. Keep doing what you got to do to be happy, sister. But man, it's scary, you guys. It's scary, scary, scary. Because they are lying. Especially guys. When you first meet guys, and they're taking you out on dates, and they're on the phone with you and all that, these guys are lying to you, women. They are lying to you. They make themselves seem more important than they really are. They make it seem like they make more money than they really do. They make it seem like their life is all together. They want to do everything to try to impress you. They want to do everything to show they're the coolest person in history, right? They want to be the coolest person alive, okay? And these guys are lying to you. Most of them are selling you dreams to try to make you like them, okay? All so they could get you in the bedroom, all right? So you're going through, so let's say you break up with somebody, boom. Let's say you meet somebody new, boom. Let's say you guys start to date, all right? Let's say you guys, that's what I used to say. Warrior says it's scary. She needs a clone of herself. I used to say I need a clone of myself, right? That's what I need, a clone of myself. So, you guys start to date, right? You guys break up, you guys start to date. Let's say you meet somebody, you guys start dating. And you guys, you go around for 6 months, maybe 5, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And then you start to realize this person was lying to you about one thing here or one thing there, right? And you break up, let's say. You tell them, look, I can't do this. And then a few more months go by, you meet somebody new. You guys are talking Whew, I'm tired, people. You guys are talking. I work all the time. You guys are talking, going out on dates and things like that, right? And when you guys are doing that, let's say that takes another. This guy works out for a while, right? He works out really good, man. You guys together for maybe like 2 years, you know.